Hey everybody, Mr. Face here. Did you miss me? Sorry I've been gone for so long. Life just kind of got very overwhelming. We'll put it that way. I've been through a lot this last year since I uploaded. When was that? I think it was 2018, so sorry about that. But anyway, I've been going through a lot. And I've really gotten into psychology and theology and a lot of stuff like that. Philosophy's been a big one, and I find philosophy very interesting. It did kind of warp my perception of reality for a little bit, but that's a story for another time. I come back to YouTube, and I noticed something. I'm getting a lot of weird religious ads. Like, a lot of them. I myself am not a very religious person. I believe that everybody can believe what they want to believe in, and if it makes them happy, then good for them. So, that being said, I want to put something out there today. Something that I weirdly enough found very empowering to an extent. I don't necessarily agree with all of it, as I don't really agree with all of any religion. But I was given a copy of the Satanic Bible, and it is a fascinating read. It really shines a new perspective on things. So, if you're the religious type, this may not be the video for you, because I am reading, today, the Book of Satan, from the Satanic Bible by Anton Sandor LaVey. Enjoy!
Fire, the Book of Satan, the Internal Diatribe. The first book of the Satanic Bible is not an attempt to blaspheme, as much as it is a statement of what might be termed as diabolical indigestion. The devil has been attacked by the men of God relentlessly, without reservation. Never has there been an opportunity, short of fiction, for the Dark Prince to speak out in the same manner as the spokesman of the Lord of the righteous. The pulpit pounders of the past have been free to define good and evil as they see fit, and have gladly smashed into oblivion any who disagree with their lies, both verbally and at times physically. Their talk of charity, when applied to his infernal majesty, becomes an empty sham, and mostly unfairly, too, considering the obvious fact that without their satanic foe, their very religions would collapse. How sad that the allegorical personage most responsible for the success of the spiritual religions is shown the least amount of charity and the most amount of constant abuse, and by those who most unconsciously preach the rule of fair play. For all the centuries of shouting down the devil has received, he has never shouted back at his detractors. He has remained the gentleman at all times, while those he supports rant and rave. He has shown himself to be a model of deportment, but now he feels it is time to shout back. He has decided it is finally time to receive his due. Now, the ponderous rulebooks of hypocrisy are no longer needed. In order to relearn the law of the jungle, a small, slim diatribe will do. Each verse is an inferno. Each word is a tongue of fire. The flames of hell burn fierce and purify. Read on and learn the law. The Book of Satan. In this arid wilderness of steel and stone, I raise up my voice that you may hear. To the east and to the west I beckon. To the north and to the south I show a sign proclaiming, death to the weakling, wealth to the strong. Open your eyes, that you may see, O men of mild-duet minds, and listen to me, ye bewildered millions. For I stand forth to challenge the wisdom of the Word and to interrogate the laws of man and of God. I request reasons for your golden rule and ask the why and wherefore of your 10 commandments. Before none of your printed idols do I bend in acquaintance, and he who saith, Thou shalt to me, is my mortal foe. I dip my forefinger in the watery blood of your important mad Redeemer, and write over his thorn-torn brow, the true Prince of Evil, the King of the slaves. No hooray falsehood, no hoary falsehood shall be the truth to me. No stifling dogma shall encramp my pen. I will break away from all conventions that do not lead to my earthly success and happiness. I raise up in stern invasion the standard of the strong. I gaze into the glassy eye of your fearsome Jehovah and pluck him by the beard. I uplift a broad axe and split open his worm-eaten skull. I blast out the ghastly contents of philosophy, whited sepulchres, and laugh with a sardonic wrath. Behold the crucifix. What does it symbolize? Pallid incompetence hanging on a tree. I shall question all things as I stand before the festering and varnished facades of your houtest moral dogmas. I write thereon, in letters of blazing scorn, Lo and behold, all this is fraud. Gather around me, O ye death-defiant, and the earth itself shall be thine, to have and to hold. Too long the dead hand has been permitted to sterilize living thought. Too long right and wrong, good and evil have been inverted by false prophets. No creed must be accepted upon authority of a divine nature. Religions must be put into the question. No moral dogma must be taken for granted. No standard of measurement defied. There is nothing inherently sacred about moral codes. Like the wooden idols of long ago, they are work of human hands. And what man has made, man can destroy. He that is slow to believe anything and everything is of great understanding, for belief in one false principle is the beginning of all unwisdom. The chief duty of every new age is to appraise new men to determine its liberties, to lead it towards material success, to rend the rusty padlocks and chains of the dead, custom that always prevent healthy expansion. Theories and ideas that may have meant life and hope and freedom for our ancestors may now mean destruction, slavery, and dishonor to us. As environments change, no human ideal standeth sure. Whenever, therefore, a lie has built unto itself a throne, let it be assailed without pity and without regret. For under the domination of an inconvenient falsehood, no one can prosper. Let established sophisms be dethroned, rooted out, burnt, and destroyed. For all they are standing menace to all true nobility of thought and action. Whenever alleged truth is proven by the results to be but an empty fiction, let it be unceremoniously flung into the outer darkness, among the dead gods, dead empires, dead philosophies, and other useless lumber and wreckage. The most dangerous of all enthroned lies is the holy, the sanctified, the privileged lie. The lie that everyone believes to be the model truth. It is the fruitful mother of all other popular errors and delusions. It is a hydra-headed tree of unreason with thousands and thousands of roots. It is a social cancer. The lie that is known to be a lie is half eradicated. The lie that even intelligent persons accept as fact. The lie that has been included in a little child at its mother's knee is more dangerous to contend against than the creeping pestilence. Popular lies have ever been the most potent enemies of personal liberty. There is only one way to deal with them. Cut them out, to the very core, just as cancerous. Exterminate them root and branch. Annihilate them, or they will us. Love one another, it has been said, is the supreme law. But what power made it so? Upon what rational authority does the gospel of love rest? Why should I not hate mine enemies? If I love them, does that not place me at their mercy? Is it natural for enemies to do good unto each other? And what is good? Can the torn and bloody victim love the blood-splashed jaws that rend him limb from limb? Are we not all predatory animals by instinct? If humans ceased wholly from preying upon each other, could we continue to exist? Is not lust and carnal desire a more truthful term to describe love when applied to the continuance of the race or species? Is not the love of the fawning scriptures simply a euphemism for sexual activity, or was it a great teacher, a glorifier of eunuchs? Love your enemies and do good to them that hate and use you. Is this not despicable philosophy of the spaniel that rolls upon its back when kicked? Hate your enemies with a whole heart, and if a man smite you on the cheek, smash him on the other. Smite him, hip and thigh, for self-preservation is the highest law. He who turns the other cheek is a cowardly dog. Give blow for blow, scorn for scorn, and doom for doom, with compound interest, liberty added thereunto. Eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, eye fourfold. 100-fold. Make yourself a terror to your adversary, and when he goeth his way, he will possess much additional wisdom to ruminate over. Thus shall make you yourself respected in all walks of life, and your spirit, your immortal spirit, shall live, not in an entangled paradise, but in the brains and the sinews of those whose respect you have gained. Life is the great indulgence, death the great abstinence. Therefore, make the most of life here and now. There is no heaven of glory bright, no hell where the sinners roast. Here and now is our day of torment. Here and now is also our day of joy. Here and now is our opportunity. Choose ye this day, this hour, for no Redeemer liveth. Say unto thine own heart, I am my own Redeemer. Stop the way of them that would persecute you. Let those who desire thine undoing be hurtled back to confusion and infamy. Let them be as chaff before the cyclone, and after they have fallen, rejoice in thine own salvation. Then all thy bones shall say pridefully, Who is like unto me? Have I not been too strong for my adversaries? Have I not delivered myself by my own brain and body? Blessed are the strong, for they shall possess the earth. Cursed are the weak, for they shall inherit the yoke. Blessed are the powerful, for they shall be reverenced among men. Cursed are the feeble, for they shall be blotted out. Blessed are the bold, for they shall be masters of the world. Cursed are the righteously humble, for they shall be trodden by the cloven hooves. Blessed are the victorious, for victory is the basis of right. Cursed are the vanquished, for they shall be vassals forever. Blessed are the iron-handed, for the unfit shall flee before them. Cursed are the poor in spirit, for they shall be spat upon. Blessed are the death-defiant, for their days shall be long in the land. Cursed are the grazers towards a richer life beyond the grave, for they shall perish amidst the plenty. Blessed are the destroyers of false hope, for they are the true messiahs. Cursed are the God-adorers, for they shall be shorn sheep. Blessed are the valiant, for they shall obtain great treasure. Cursed are the believers in good and evil, for they are frightened by shadows. Blessed are those that believe in the best for them, for never shall their minds be terrorized. Cursed are the lambs of God, for they shall be bled and wither into the snow. Blessed is the man who has a sprinkling of enemies, for they shall make him a hero. Cursed is he who doth good unto others who sneer upon him in return, for he shall be despised. Blessed are the mighty-handed, for they shall ride in whirlwinds. Cursed are those who teach lies for truth and truth for lies, for they are an abomination. Thrice cursed are the weak whose insecurities make them vile, for they shall serve and suffer. The angel of self-deceit is camped in the souls of the quote-unquote righteous. The eternal flame of power through joy dwelleth within the flesh of the Satanist.
Wow! There is a lot to unpack there. I don't know if I can decode everything that was in there, but the thing that I took away from it was you should always want more for yourself, and you should always do stuff that makes you happy. Obviously, don't invade on someone else's happiness, I guess. Like, don't go hurting people, don't be an asshole, essentially. Like, if someone's treating you like shit, fire back. You don't have to take that stuff. And, yeah, I agree that sometimes there are situations where it's best just to walk away from them. But at the same time, don't let people walk all over you. What I took away from that was basically do shit that makes you happy, live your life, and just let everyone else live theirs. Like, don't take people's shit. And I think my favorite thing in there, although it does kind of sound like it's attacking certain religions, I think it's a little deeper than that. It's kind of just saying, like, yo, fuck other people's opinions. Like, be you. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much for hanging out and listening to that very interesting passage. And the thing I hope the most that you took away from it is maybe it gave you something to think about. Anyway, I appreciate your viewership, guys. It's good to be back. I love you. Bye-bye.